let's take a look at one of the witness videos that came out. There's a woman that's partially blocking the road with her SUV. Okay, this is the victim, for the record. ICE agents get out of their unmarked pickup trucks.
No!
They try to immediately, they go in, no questions asked, immediately, they try to rip her out of the car, okay? She pulls the car back first, okay? She reverses first to move out of the way. She reverses first to move out of the way. Then she tries to drive away. There's an agent that is next to the car and immediately starts shooting. Instantly starts shooting. Okay? No questions asked. This is cold-blooded murder. Now, let me tell you something. If this person had an arrest warrant out for their arrest and they were doing a lawful stop, if the cops in this circumstance were doing a lawful stop, this would still be a terrible thing to do. And the reason for why this would be a terrible thing to do is because this is a suburban neighborhood. And if you open fire on someone like that, aside from the murder itself, when you open fire on a moving vehicle like that, you end up causing even more problems. There could be innocent bystanders. There could be strays. There could be bullets ricocheting. You're putting a lot of other people at risk. So this is not the proper way to deal with the situation at all. The proper way to deal with the situation is very clearly this woman that is getting out of the way, just letting her go. Yeah, not like the car is a deadly weapon. The car can be a deadly weapon. This is why in many cities they have no chase policies. This is why you're not supposed to shoot someone like that. Exactly. And the car is literally like...
Oh my fucking God!
The car immediately after he kills the person driving the car basically continues moving. And there are people on the other side at the crosswalk. And she almost, like, the car almost ends up killing those people as well.
What the You just... What the did you do? You are criminals! You're criminals! What the
I cannot believe that in broad daylight, you can see a fellow American get assassinated by a pig, an untrained pig hopped up on steroids and self-entitlement, and you still have this weird thing in your mind where you go, how will I justify the actions of the cops here?
It's because they agree with her and they want to create an ecosystem where being violent and abusing police officers is accepted. You can see the video. It very clearly, the woman was trying to run him over. She wasn't complying with the police and they shot her. They don't show this angle for a reason because it paints a much more gray picture. And you can see there's a person, keep in mind, there is a third officer at this car. This shows it best. Yeah, there it is. The guy was in front of the car. Jesus, okay. So you can see, like you can see right there, she's moving forward and he had to just barely get out of the way. He barely got, if he hadn't moved, she would have run him over. Watch the tire. See, now the tire is moving forward. You see the tire is moving forward with the officer directly in front of the car. You can see the spinning. This would have never happened if she had just gotten out of the car, and it would have never happened if she hadn't just tried to block the police in the first place. I see her spinning her wheels forward. Right there. You're trying to run over that officer. You are. She doesn't give a fuck. Plus, if you're next to a car like that, you can hear it when it starts accelerating. You know what? You actually bring up a great point. I hadn't even thought about this. But the police officer who was in front of the car heard the wheels accelerating. And yeah, absolutely, he's going to pull out his fucking gun. That's a great point. New pictures show the bullet hole in the windshield, so clearly shot from in front of the car. Here we go. And you can see right here, if the cop wasn't in front of the vehicle, then he wouldn't have been able to make this shot. I've seen the video. Don't breathe the propaganda machine. The state will ensure there's a full, fair, and expeditious investigation to ensure accountability and justice. You're never going to convince people like Tim Walz that what happened is justified, because at the end of the day, it's inconvenient for them to accept it, and not accepting it reinforces what they already believe. Do you think government's responsible for not fixing this originally? Actually, yes, because they've allowed these ICE protests to escalate to where people feel comfortable and they feel like it's an acceptable behavior to use their car to obstruct law enforcement. The fact is that if they had shut this down originally at the very beginning, this woman would probably still be alive.